Hi, this is Andrew. Thanks for joining me. This video starts a new series that explains the basics of using Python. So it's going to cover really the introduction of command line, how it works, all of that with Python. Python is a very easy to use programming language, frequently used in cybersecurity because it is easy to use, especially if your focus is not day-to-day endless development. It works really well for scripting, for small programs. It can be used much larger, but that's not what we're focused on right here. So in terms of the order of things I'm going to be doing, I'm actually going to be following this textbook right here. I will include a link below. It is from No Starch Press. It's called Python Crash Course. The reason I'm using it is because this is the book that we use in our class. I'm not going to actually refer to it or say this is on page 18 of the book. It's more, this is the sequence of learning that I'm going to follow, which is very similar to any other programming book that you'll find. It is a book that I recommend. I get no compensation for recommending it. They did send me a free copy of it because we use it in our classroom. So it was an instructor copy that was sent to me. But aside from that, they have no idea that I'm using this for this video series. There's no money being made on that. So I do highly recommend it. You can buy it here, possibly other sources. So first thing we're going to do is actually install Python. I am going to install it on a Windows system and on a Macintosh system so that you can kind of see the difference of the installation, and then we'll move forward with a very simple program. So first thing we're going to do is hop over to the Windows side. So here I am in Windows. I am at the website python.org, and this is the free open source website. Includes everything about Python that you need. They release Python. It is free open source software. You do not need to pay for it. You don't need to do anything for it. Here are the platforms that it is available on. Obviously, we're going to be focusing on Windows and Mac. So I can select Windows, or by default it's saying it recognizes I'm in Windows, so I can just select Python 392 and I can save that file, and once it downloads and is complete I can open the file. So now it will go through the installation. It'll install in the default directory. All I do is select that directory and install now. And it'll prompt me to ensure that I actually do want to install the software. So I can keep going here, and this can go away. And it's a very quick installation. This is where, if it were slightly longer, I may have cut out the video. Sorry I bored you for 15 seconds. I'm sure I can make up for it with excitement later on. So it is installed. I can select close. I can now launch from the start menu. I can click start and type idle, and that will actually launch Python. We will see more once I get it installed on the Mac, what is actually there. So let's move back to the Mac side. Now again, we're at the python.org website, and if I select downloads, now it's showing that it's going to download 392 for Mac OS X, so I can select that. It will download and open the installer. And here's the installer. Looks very similar, just in the Mac style. So I can continue and continue and continue, agree to license agreement. Certainly if you wanted to change the location, if you wanted to review any of that documentation, you can. And it prompted me for username and password for my system to allow me to do the installation. This is the local username and password. And now I have it installed. I can Click close to finish the installation. I will move the installer to trash. Fine, we're done. So that's how the installation works. It is that simple. So let's take a quick look at Python and what we can do with it. Okay, so from Launchpad, I just typed in idle. Idle is the development environment for Python. So this is my idle shell. I can type a command here and have it do something. Now, one of the common things, or the correct thing to do the first time you're ever using a programming language, is to type hello world. That's a good way of figuring out how something works, how you can make it work, install. So in this case, this is a Python command, print with parentheses, and then hello world is inside of quotes, and then close parentheses. We're going to do something similar to it soon, but I just do that, and it just puts that out on the screen. Now, if I wanted to do something else, I could retype that same command. I could type print, and since I've gotten hello world out of the way, I can do hello Python. And there we go. I just made it say hello Python. So that's how you display things. Now, obviously, you want to do more than just have to type a full command out to have it do something. So let's look at actually saving a file. Now, if I want to create a new file, I can select new file here, and let's see, we can do side by side here. What I have here is an actual program, and I'm going to start with a pound sign, hashtag, whatever you want to call it. It is a comment in a program. So basically it's ignored. It's just so we can say, this is what program we're looking at. So I do Professor Andrew, and I'll do another one, and it's the Hello World program. So that's what it's going to be. And all we're going to do in here is print hello world, and if you notice, it's not doing anything yet. All I'm doing is creating a list of commands I want it to run. So let's let it run this one command. Now, first step before I can run it, if you notice it says Untitled here, I actually need to save it. So if I try to run it from up here, it's going to say you need to save it. So I will try to save it right now. Now, I do recommend creating a location to save it on your computer. So put it in your, create a Python directory in your documents folder, or wherever you want to do things. There's a Python directory. I'm going to save it as hello world. So I just saved the program, and now it gives me my location where it's saved. It gives the name of the program, and it's a .py. That means it is a Python program. So when I run it now, I can either hit F5 on the keyboard or run module. And if you ever forget, it says F5 right there. So it runs the program. It gives you the output here. And that is running a program in Python. That's how it works. So now what I can do is I can say, well, I wanted to have another line print out, and I want to have hello Python. And this is my, this is the second line that when I was testing it out before. Now, if I hit F5 on the keyboard, it says it must be saved, but it's already been saved. It's just saving the update. So I select OK on that. And now it shows both items of output. And as we go, we can create more complex programs. We just keep adding to what's there. And whenever we want to run the program, we can run it. And each time we run it, we are going to just F5 to run it. We can say, you know what, I wanted to have this P capitalized. So now I do F5, save, enter. It's a very quick way of making updates. So we have our program over here. We have our output over here. And that is the basics of getting started with Python. So whatever system you have, go ahead and get it installed. Follow along. These are going to be kind of shorter videos that cover the main concept of what we're trying to cover, and then it'll be up to you to take these tools and kind of grow with them. What you'll find is as we cover more of these things, there's more tools that you can put together to make more complex programs. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.